the 1984 National Championship Tournament. Week number 4 of the group stage with the lead game, Boston College hosting Tennessee. Both teams are 2-1. Let's go to the pregame show. Welcome everybody, pregame show here in the 1984 National Championship Tournament. When you take a look at all these teams, there are a few teams that could be eliminated. Any 0-3s. If they go 0-4, they're done. Arizona State, Florida State, Syracuse, they could all be done. Oklahoma could be put in a bad position. Georgia Tech could come back a little bit more against LSU. SMU, well, they got to make sure they don't make a mistake against Arizona State. Boston College and Tennessee will be our game of the week. Auburn and Air Force, we'll keep an eye on that. And can Miracle Vanderbilt win another game as Florida State's backs are against the wall? Syracuse only had a few yards against Rutgers the last time, but now they're home in a dome and not in the snow. How will they handle that? And Texas and Georgia, can Texas get more than 100 yards of total offense? Something they failed to do in the last 2 games. And Georgia, one of their losses was to Texas, and on a long field goal miss by Kevin Butler. He missed 2 that day, and now they're going to try and recoup for that and go 2-2. We'll be back in a second to go over the standings and all the statistics. We'll be back 1 second.
It's a real thirst quencher, don't forget. Its fresh, clean taste is the finest yet. It's a quick, refreshing lift you get. Nothing does it like 7-Up.
That's right. Nothing does it like 7-Up. Sparkling 7-Up. Fresh, clean, tasting 7-Up. It goes so good when you're taking a break, a 7-Up break. Just one bottle of 7-Up gives you that old energy back. That's why it's a wonderful idea to keep plenty of it around. If you get the big 24-bottle supply, you'll have plenty on hand for thirsty guests. Yep, nothing does it like 7-Up.
Nothing does it like 7-Up, 7-Up. Nothing does it like 7-Up, 7-Up. Nothing else can do what it does for you. Nothing does it like 7-Up.
All right. So we're back. We're going to take a look at the standings here. As you can see, Division I, the top 2 make it. SMU, Tennessee, Boston College are all 2-1, very big. Boston College and Tennessee, a direct game. The winner's going to be 3-1, the loser's 2-2. If they tie, it's 2-1-1, and it'll be a mess. LSU in Division II, they're 3-0. If they win today, they will clinch. If they win today, they will clinch a playoff spot. In Division III, same thing with Nebraska. If they win today, they'll clinch a playoff spot. And Division IV, nobody can clinch, but especially the Air Force Auburn. The Air Force Auburn loser will be down a little bit. Taking a look at the summary so far, your leaders, Doug Flutie passing. Reggie Dupard, he's going to be somebody to look at today. Chuck Scott for Vanderbilt receiving. He's incredible. Brett Clark intercepts 5 of them for Nebraska. Remember, a lot of them were against Texas. Tony Casillas with 3 sacks. Ricky Anderson, 25 points. That could be big today. Ken Bell, 198 yards in kickoff returns. And Dan McCarris for Rutgers, 105 yards in punt returns. There's to your left, it's going to be very, very big. And when you look at the leaders, actually, let's go to the stats. The offense, BC is 1 and Tennessee is 5th. That is your team offense right there. Your defense, Boston College, almost 500 yards a game. They might want to be able to expand on that today. Though you got to start thinking about, you start winning in the fourth quarter. You want to start running down the clock defensively. Total defense. Nebraska's number 1 now by a large margin, and Oklahoma is now number 2. Those two teams really played an up-and-down game. It's more of a reflection of what they did against the other teams. Look at that. Nebraska, Oklahoma, Georgia, and Texas are all in the same group. And then look at this. Rutgers, Auburn, Syracuse, and Air Force. So the top 8, you divide it right into the 2 groups. Nebraska, Oklahoma, Georgia, Texas. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all in the same group. Rutgers, Auburn, Syracuse, Air Force. 5, 6, 7, 8. All in the same group. And then the last 2 groups, they mix it up. Passer rating. This is very big. Jeff Van Raphorst, very good. Wickersham for LSU, looking good. Don King has only thrown 32 passes, but he's been very effective. Flutie has thrown 113 passes, and he's been very effective. So that's what we have. Rushing, Dupard is big, but Jeff Atkins and Don King. Don King is in there for SMU somewhere, but there it is, right under Atkins. So 445, 312, and 308. They could have 3 500-yard rushers at the very end. We're going to be ready to go. We'll be right back. We want to get down to the field early on. Want to get down to the field. We'll be right back, and we will see you in a bit.
So enjoy every minute. The best things in life are for you. Life is great, so live it. And enjoy Budweiser beer while you do.
Where there's life, there's life. At a penthouse or a bungalow, where the bright sun shines or candles glow. Budweiser beer is for folks who know where there's life.
Budweiser, the king of beers.
Sure.
One of the more important games, Tennessee and Boston College. The line, 0 points. The first game was Tennessee. It was a blowout, and Tennessee really looked good. Now, it is an 8-mile-an-hour wind. It's 34 degrees, and we're in Boston. And this is going to be a very big game for both of these teams. Welcome to Chestnut Hill and the 1984 group stage of the National Championship. It is Boston College hosting Tennessee, and for Boston College, this is a big chance for them to go 3-1 and then go into their SMU game very, very highly ranked. If they don't, then they're going to have it all on the line there. Tennessee comes in, as you can see. Tennessee comes in, they're 2-1. They just got killed on the road by SMU. They played okay at Arizona State. They got a big lead. The second half wasn't the greatest. But they played at home against Boston College, and they won very handily. For BC, they lost at Tennessee. They won on a miracle finish that we had here, and then they went to Arizona State, and it was a slow start, but they ended up winning there. You can see other games ready to kick off. Auburn and Air Force, where you can't see it, you're on the radio. Auburn at Air Force about to kick off. SMU at Arizona State. Tennessee at BC. Miracle Vanderbilt at Florida State. Texas at Georgia. LSU at Georgia Tech. Oklahoma at Nebraska. And Rutgers at Syracuse. Here comes a coin toss right at midfield. Coin toss, and it'll be Tennessee winning the toss and deferring to the second half. Claude Revez will kick off here in BC. Alumni Stadium here on Chestnut Hill in Boston College. It is a smaller stadium, but it is a louder one. So we're ready to go. Tennessee will kick off, and we are underway. They're going to kick right in, and Chris Bain, a short kickoff, and Boston College will start the 35. It is cold, and it is difficult to kick, and Boston College is a passing team, and that'll be one of the advantages they have. They can get up and down a lot quicker. So Doug Flutie, the quarterback. Strachan had a great game last week. Ken Bell is the running back. Phelan and Kelvin Martin, the wide receivers. And Scott Gieselman, the tight end. 1st and 10 for BC. They're on their own 35. They give it to Strachan. Strachan goes to the outside. Strachan gains 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd out and 6 for Boston College. From their own 39. They're going to throw to Phelan. Phelan. And it is. Got it. And he goes past the 50. Goes to the 40-yard line. Here comes Joe Phelan down to the 30. He's down to the 26 at Tennessee. Gain at 35 and a first down. A big one for BC. Oh, a huge gain for BC. First down and 10. BC is trying to get ahead and trying to get ahead early. 1st down and 10 from Tennessee's 26. Flutie, he's going to throw. And he looks, he has to scramble, he dodges a defender, he's going to run. Here comes Flutie to the outside. He gets 10, and they're going to measure. And they're going to measure on this one.
First down.
And it's another first down. Flutie had to get to the outside, and he did. Syracuse. Shredis on a 65-yard punt return. They score first. It's 7-0 there. So Syracuse gets the award for scoring first. 1st and 10, Boston College. From Tennessee 16. They give it to Strachan. Strachan goes to the outside. Strachan, and he only gets about 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2nd down and 8 for BC. Against Tennessee here at the Tennessee 14. They give it to Stratford. They're handing it off a lot. And he gains 5. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Right up the middle. And the running game is starting to come along. Early on, BC didn't look like a number 1 team. Now they are. 3rd and 3 was an even line coming into this game. 3rd and 3 from the 9. They give it to Strachan. It's fumbled. It's fumbled. It's fumbled. And BC has it, though. What will they do? What will they do? And now they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. They get Stratford in as a running back, and they got Jim Brown, not the Jim Brown, but they got Jim Brown as a fullback. And here we go. We got 2 tights in an I formation. 4th and 1 from the Tennessee 7. Let's see what happens. They throw it to Phelan, and it's caught at the 5, and he's down at the 2-yard line. Gerald Phelan. That same quick pass won the game against SMU. And it'll be 1st down and goal at the 2. They convert a 4th and 1. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. And here they go. They give it to Strachan. Strachan, they push him in the end zone. He scores! Steve Strachan, the offensive line, and they pushed into the end zone. And Boston College has an early 6-0 lead. 8 plays, 65 yards, and almost 4 minutes. What a drive. What a drive. William Michalowski Jr., really good to see you. Really good to see you. Very good. Cameron 08 1789. Really great to see you again. But this is great. William Michalowski Jr., great to see you. Everybody, it's really great to see everybody. Snow the extra point. And it'll be up and good. 7-0 Boston College. Kevin Snow. And it'll be Boston College kicking off now. Kevin Snow to Terry McDaniel and Pete Panuska. Tennessee will get their chance. It's going to be Snow kicking on. McDaniel is zone 9. McDaniel's going. McDaniel up to the 35. So Johnny Majors here in Tennessee. And I'll tell you what, they have the same starting position. They got Tony Robinson as quarterback, Johnny Jones running back, Charles Wilson fullback, Tim McGee, future Cincinnati Bengal, Eric Swanson the wide receiver, Smith the tight end. 1st and 10 for Tennessee. They give it to Johnny Jones. No, play action. Deep for McGee. There's a flag on the play. And it is caught to the 30. And he's down to the outside to the 20. 1 man to beat. First play. And he's down to the 15 of BC. There's a flag.
Defense.
It's defensive holding. They'll say no good. And now Tennessee will be down on the 15-yard line of BC. He just threw it up there.
First down.
Well, what was it? Yeah, they decline it. So it'll be first down and 10 at the BC 15. BC all that time getting a 7-0 lead. Tennessee, it was 1 play to get down here. 1st and 10 from the BC 15. They give it to Johnny Jones. Johnny Jones, and he'll lose a yard. A good stop there. Actually, 2. Miracle Vanderbilt, 7-0. Last time they played Florida State, they had 500 yards of total offense. It'll be 2nd down and 12 here for Tennessee. They give it to Johnny Jones. Jones up the middle, and Jones, he's at the 8-yard line. It'll be 3rd down, a gain of 9. Georgia, 7-0 lead. 3rd and 3 for Tennessee. From the BC 8, they give it to Jones. No, play action. They throw to Tim McGee again, and it is held up in the wind and incomplete. And here's Fod Revez with the field goal. This will be 25 yards. Fod Revez wants just to poke it through. It'll be high up, and it is good. Well, they had to think about it. But BC 7 and Tennessee 3. It is early as BC has a 7-3 lead. They just went down. It was a big play, though. They didn't work their way down the field. They didn't work their way down the field. And here they go. Revez will kick off here from the 40. He didn't have a good kickoff last time. Williams at his own 9, and he gets 24 up to the 33. 8:49 to go here in the first. It is Boston College 7 and Tennessee 3.
starring Alan Freed. It's the motion picture with the greatest rock and roll lineup ever. Listen, Jimmy Clanton, Jackie Wilson, Richie Valens, Eddie Cochran, and Chuck Berry, and more. 10 great rock and roll stars singing 17 great new rock and roll hits.
Don't you know my love is strong? Let me go along. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. Listen to me and you better hear what I say.
Go, Johnny, go. The rockin'est, the rollingest movie ever to hit the motion picture screen. Go, Johnny, go.
Go, 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 Johnny, go. Go, 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 Johnny, go. Be really.
Early on, not much scoring. You have Air Force and Auburn tied. SMU and Arizona State tied. BC and Tennessee, both teams have scored here. Vanderbilt, Miracle Vanderbilt up 7-0. Florida State looks like they have to give the ball away. Georgia 7, Texas nothing. Of course, Texas always a hard time moving the ball. Georgia Tech, very important for them against LSU. Oklahoma and Nebraska and Syracuse on a punt return. They lead 7-0. Oklahoma, Nebraska still scoreless. First down for BC at their own 33-yard line. And they give it to Strachan. Strachan gets 7, and it'll be second down and 3. Right up the middle, BC has been running the football very well. Second down and 3 from their own 40. They give it to Strachan again. Strachan goes to the outside. Here's Strachan past midfield. There he goes down to the 40-yard line. Strachan down to the 30. Here's Strachan out of bounds at the 25 for Tennessee and a first down. Oh, wow, this is just offense. This is just score every time and make Tennessee make mistakes. It's going to be first down and 10 from the Tennessee 25. And they give it to Tyrone Taylor. Taylor, he's going to the wide side. Here's room, and he gets 14 and a first down. Oh, my goodness. It's halfway through the first. Boston College 7, Tennessee 3. First down and 10 from the Tennessee 11-yard line. They give it to Strachan. Strachan, he's hit. He breaks a tackle. He scores a touchdown from 11 yards away. And BC has a 13-3 lead. I am not sure how long this can keep up. I am not sure, but BC is playing like a number 1 team. And when they went to Tennessee and they got blown out, oh, that was not BC. And Snow, the extra point. And it'll be up and good. That touchdown pass against SMU was so big. Otherwise, it would probably be elimination. Snow will kick to Wilson and Panuska. And Wilson has his own 8. He gets to the 10. Here's Wilson. And he's only to the 10-yard line. And Tennessee has to go all the way down the field. First down and 10 from their own 10 for Tennessee. The snap, Robinson to throw. He's going deep, and it's broken up. Second down, Clinkscales. Try to hit Joey Clinkscales there deep. And Neil Hayden will knock it away. It'll be second down and 10 from their own 10-yard line. They give it to Johnny Jones. Jones gets about 3, and it'll be third down. Vanderbilt is blowing out Florida State. They look for real. It'll be third and 7 from the 13-yard line. Robinson to throw. They're looking. They throw to Tim McGee. McGee at the 21, a first down, and he'll get 8. They needed 7, and he gets 8. A big third down reception. It'll be first and 10 for Tennessee from the 21. They give it to Johnny Jones. He's hit behind the line, and Norden will stop him. It'll be second and 12. 2nd and 12 for Tennessee. From the 19, their own 19. The blitz is on. They give it to William Howard. And he gets a couple yards. It'll be 3rd and 10. Right back to the original line. 3rd and 10 for Tennessee. On their own 21. Robinson to throw. He's looking. He's going to throw to Clinkscales, and he gets it tipped. And it is intercepted by Thurman. And he gets it, and Thurman will pick it off. It was tipped in the air, and BC has a huge chance now to go up huge. Now Boston College is up 14-3, and now they have the ball on the 40-yard line. This is huge. Really quickly, Cameron 08-1789. Great to see you. The Throwback Football League. Love watching that. Love that. Love seeing that. That's great. That is a really good league. If you watch this later on, check out the Throwback Football League. It's a really good one. 1st down and 10 from the Tennessee 41. They give it to Stratford, and he gets about 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3. BC looking to be up big here. 2nd down and 3 from the 34 of Tennessee. The snap, Flutie to throw. He's going deep for Kelvin Martin, and it's broken up by Brown. It'll be 3rd down and 3. 3rd and 3 for BC. From Tennessee's 34. Flutie throws to Dombrowski, and it's caught by Dombrowski at the 29, and it'll be a gain of 5. They needed 3 and a 1st down. Vanderbilt's Chuck Scott, 100 yards receiving already. 14-0 there, 1st and 10 at the Tennessee 29. They give it to Tyrone Taylor. He's not going anything outside. He tried to get out, couldn't do it. LSU scored first. They're 3-0. They score against 1-2 Georgia Tech. Dalton Hilliard, 20 yards. They missed the kick. And Syracuse is up big against Rutgers. 2nd and 10 here from Tennessee's 29. Under 3 minutes, Flutie to throw. He's looking. And he's going to throw to Gerald Phelan. Phelan is open, and Phelan is tipped away by Victor Peppers. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Phelan was open for a quick second. 3rd and 10. From Tennessee's 29, they throw to Martin. Martin, it's to the 9, and it'll be a 1st down, a gain of 18. They threw it quickly to Kelvin Martin, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for BC. 1st and 10 from the Tennessee 11. They still can get a 1st down. They give it to Ken Bell, and Bell will lose 1. It'll be 2nd and 11. Wow, Vanderbilt is up very big, 20-0. They're scoring touchdowns now. In the first game, they just got all field goals. 2nd and 11. And it looks like they're going to have to call timeout. Timeout, Boston College. It's only going to be a quick one. Let's take a look at the scores. Arizona State beating SMU 7-0. Very big. LSU 6-0 over Georgia Tech. Syracuse surprising 14-0 over Rutgers at home. Georgia 7-0 over Texas. Vanderbilt 20-0 over Florida State. A crushing loss last week. A real crushing loss last week. And they came out ready to go. And Oklahoma and Nebraska still tied at nothing. 14-3 here, BC. Trying to go ahead even more. 2nd and 11 from the Tennessee 12. The blitz is on. Flutie to throw. He's going to throw to Strachan. Strachan at the 10-yard line. Strachan, he's going to go to the end zone, and he scores! And BC's up huge! Boston College is up really big! That's their third touchdown of the quarter. And this is the exact reverse of the first game. The first game, Tennessee was up big. And Tennessee is going to have to claw their way back in. And Kevin Snow for the extra point, 8 plays, 41 yards, 248. And here's the punt. It is up and it is good. 21-3. So Snow will kick off to McDaniel and Panuska. McDaniel at his own 1. It goes to the 5, and oh my goodness, he's only out at the 5-yard line. Some horrible kick returns for Tennessee. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 5. The blitz is on. They give to Johnny Jones. Jones will hurry up and give him some breathing room. He gets 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 from their own 10. They give to Johnny Jones. He goes wide. He gets 5.
First down.
And they will give him a first down at the 15. 1st and 10 from the 15. Robinson, they give it to Johnny Jones. Jones goes to the outside again, and he gained 12 and a first down. That should be the end of the quarter, and it is. End of the first quarter. It is Boston College exploding on everybody. Boston College 21 and Tennessee 3.
Refresh. Work and play at your best. Enjoy the refreshingness. Pause for a Coke. Ice cold Coca-Cola. You'll love that cold crisp taste. When you're on the go, you get a lively lift. With Coca-Cola, so be really refreshed. Pause for a Coke. Ice cold Coca-Cola. Pause for a Coke.
Hey there, you're invited to get behind the wheel of the Lark by Studebaker. What an automobile! See a Studebaker dealer today. Get in the Lark and drive it away. The Lark by Studebaker. Come drive it today.
Come on, try out the Lark by Studebaker today. Learn how roomy it is inside, big enough for 6 passengers, and how much shorter than conventional cars it is outside. Discover how sure and easy it is to handle, to turn, to park. Feel the surprising power it delivers. See the smart styling it offers. See how it's built to save you money on all out-of-pocket operating costs. And learn how little it will cost you to buy. Go to your Studebaker dealer and get the facts on today's best buy on wheels.
Come on, you're invited to get behind the wheel of the Lark by Studebaker. Come drive it today. The Lark.
Back here in Boston College, Tennessee has the ball. Taking a look very quickly at what happened in the first quarter. Flutie, 5 of 7, 75 yards, and a touchdown. No interceptions. Strachan, 7 runs, 63 yards. That's 9 yards a run, and he has 2 touchdowns. 35 yards his longest run. For Tennessee, Robinson is 2 of 5, 58 yards. Jones, 7 attempts, 30 yards. Howard, only 1 attempt for 2. And receiving, Tim McGee, 2 receptions, 58 yards. 1 was for 50. 7-0 BC. Strachan, a 2-yard run. Revez, a 25-yard field goal. It stalled. Strachan then had an 11-yard run, 14-3, an interception, and then Strachan, a 12-yard pass from Doug Flutie. He scored all 3 touchdowns today. 173 yards of offense for Boston College and 90 for Tennessee. As you can see, BC, well, you can't see, it's radio. BC, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. Tennessee, 3 possessions, a field goal, an interception, and we have yet to see. So here we go. Here comes Tennessee. First down and 10 on the 27, their own 27. They're going to throw. Robinson. He's going to go to Clinkscales, and he throws it away. It'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 from the 27.
Flag on the play.
There's a flag, and
Delay of game.
it is a delay on
Offense.
Tennessee. They don't want to use any one of their timeouts. Well, they have a couple things to solve: how to score a touchdown and how to stop Boston College from scoring. 2nd and 15 from the 22. They throw to Tim McGee deep, and it's going to be broken up by Tony Thurman. 3rd and 15 from their own 22. Fumble! And it is BC has it! BC will have it! And BC gets the fumble. Georgia Tech has a 7-6 lead over LSU. The difference is a missed extra point for LSU. But here's BC at the 22-yard line, 1st and 10. They give it to Strachan. Strachan goes through the middle. Strachan gets 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Syracuse up 21-0 on Rutgers. They're playing better and better. It'll be 2nd and 2 here from Tennessee's 14. They give it to Stratford. Stratford goes to the right. Stratford gets 8 and the 1st down on the 6-yard line. BC scores. This thing could get ugly quickly. 1st and goal from the Tennessee 6. Flutie gives it to Strachan. Strachan gains 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. Vanderbilt 23-3, and Nebraska goes ahead on their field goal. 2nd and goal from the Tennessee 2. The snap, they give it to Strachan. He ends in for a touchdown. He has all 4 today. Strachan has 3 rushing touchdowns, and he has a receiving touchdown. And BC is up huge. I can't believe that. 4 plays, 22 yards. And now Kevin Snow. So Snow, the extra point. Up and good. Well, Tennessee hasn't solved anything. They haven't scored yet a touchdown, and they haven't stopped BC from scoring one. 28-3. Snow will kick. And McDaniel has it on the 5. McDaniel, and they just can't do anything. They can't do anything on the kick returns. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Tennessee. They give it to Johnny Jones. Jones makes the first guy miss, and he gains 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Tennessee needs something now. Now, if they score a touchdown, it's early enough that they're back in this game. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 19. Robinson, he's looking. He's throwing deep to McGee, and it's broken up by Thurman. 3rd and 5 from the 19. The snap, Robinson to throw. They throw to Eric Swanson. He makes a catch at the 25. Swanson, he needed 5. He got 6 in the 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 25. They give to Howard. No, it's going to be a throw. They throw to Swanson again. He got at the 31. Here's Swanson. And a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Second and 4. They hand it to Wilson. Wilson goes to the outside, and he gets 6 and a 1st down. Vanderbilt 23, Florida State 3. Oklahoma has tied it up. Lasher, a 46-yard field goal. Here comes Tennessee down the field here. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 37. They give it to Johnny Jones. Jones gets 40, gains 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. LSU, Dalton Hilliard, his second touchdown of the day. They go ahead of Georgia Tech now, 13-7. 2nd and 7 from the 40. Back to throw. They draw it to Wilson. Wilson gets 7. They're going to measure. And they're going to be a little bit short. It'll be 3rd and 1. Auburn scores against Air Force. It's a big game there. Everybody there is 2 and 1, except for an 0 and 3. 3rd and 0 and 3 Syracuse. 3rd and a yard. It's almost a full yard. They sneak Robinson, nothing, and he loses a yard. It's 4th and 2. And Jimmy Colquitt, this will be the first punt of the game, as they punt it to Gerald Phelan. And a high and deep punt. It's going to roll, and it'll go all the way in the end zone for a touchback. Syracuse, my goodness. They are crushing records. We'll be right back.
Open their eyes. What was the happy surprise? What made them all say?
We noticed a big difference right away.
What is that great golden feeling? Golden SO Extra.
It's a fact. In a survey among motorists trying Golden SO Extra, 82% reported an immediate improvement.
They like the feeling of buying the best. The feeling of power that beats all the rest. The feeling of leading in every way with the most advanced new fuel today. They got that great golden feeling from Golden SO Extra.
Developed by SO Research for today's cars with their higher compression engines. It's in a class by itself. So if you want the most from your car,
Go get that great golden feeling from Golden SO Extra.
The Boston College up 28-3, 7:18 to go here in the half. And they have the ball on their own 20. This is the worst field position they've had all day. It'll be 1st and 10. They give it to Stoney Stratford. He got 4. And it'll be 2nd and 6. We're going right up the middle. They haven't punted. They had 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns. 2nd and 6 from the 24. They're going to throw Benton. Benton cannot get Flutie. Here comes Flutie. He's going to go to the outside. And he's out of bounds at the 34. Let's see what the flag is.
Illegal use of hands. Offense.
And a penalty on BC now. And that'll hamper that a little bit. It'll be 2nd and 16. Actually, 2nd and 14. It was after Flutie ran down the field. They take it from the spot of the foul. 2nd and 14. Back to throw. They draw it to Stratford. And he gets through the middle. Stratford, and he got 14. And they're going to measure this.
First down.
And they give him a first down. So BC gets all of that penalty back. 28-3. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. They give it to Stratford. And they go out of bounds after 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Not out of bounds, but Terry Brown with the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 5. 5.5 to go. Flutie to throw. He's going to throw to Gieselman. And Sims almost intercepts it. And Gieselman's got it at the 50. And down to the 46, a gain of 19 and a first down. Wow, is this a blowout? They cannot stop this BC team. 1st and 10 from Tennessee's 46. Flutie to throw. He fakes to Stratford. They give it to Darren Flutie, his brother. On the end around, he goes to the outside. Flutie, 40, 30. This is Darren Flutie to the 20. Darren Flutie to the 10. Darren Flutie is down by Tommy Sims, 41 yards to the 5-yard line. Georgia Tech is up on LSU. 14-13, a big one there. First and goal from the 5-yard line at Tennessee. They give it to Stratford. Stratford play action. Flutie. He's actually looking for his brother, and he finds him in the end zone. A touchdown. Like, seriously, can they be stopped? Doug to Darren. Both Canadian football legends. Six plays, 80 yards. Unbelievable. And BC goes 80 yards. We'll have this game to the half. We will. Snow, and it is good. 35-3. 35-3. We're going to have this game all the way till halftime at least. And then we'll go from there. Pryor at his own 9. Pryor up to the 34. There's a flag.
Illegal use of hands. Receiving team.
And it gets worse and worse for Tennessee. Worse and worse. So they're on their own 11-yard line. Quickly. Auburn up 7-0 against Air Force. SMU down 14-7 to Arizona State. That would be a big one. BC is up huge against Tennessee. Vanderbilt up 23-3 against Florida State. Georgia 7-0 against Texas. And LSU now down by 1. Nebraska and Oklahoma tied at 3. And Syracuse up 28-0 against Rutgers. First down for Tennessee from their own 11. They give it to Johnny Jones. Jones will get 7. Tony Thurman with the stop. It'll be 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3 from their own 18. They fake to Jones. They're going to go deep to McGee. There's a flag on the play. And it is got at the 30, 40. Here comes McGee. He's past midfield. What's going to be the penalty? Down to the 40. And McGee is down to the 36. 46 yards. Let's see what the penalty is.
Illegal use of hands. Defense.
And they're going to decline that penalty. It's against the defense. Illegal use of hands. And it'll be a first down for Tennessee.
First down.
So Tim McGee, 3 receptions, 104 yards. 35-3. 1st and 10 from the BC 36. Robinson going to throw. He looks to Swanson. He got it to the 38. Swanson, he skips by 2 people. And he's now down to the 30. Bill Romanowski. The stop for BC. LSU, a field goal against Georgia Tech at 16-14 there. But a first down for Tennessee. They have to score from the BC 30. Robinson, he's going to throw. He's hurried, and he dodges away, looks downfield, and he's sacked. Mike Degnan for a 3-yard loss. But they only lose 3.
Offense.
And Tennessee wants to call time. Well, on this possession during this timeout, they have to score a touchdown. They have to. You can't kick a field goal here. You're down 32 points. You're down 32. They're getting the ball down the field. There's only been 1 punt today. First down, 3rd and 7 from BC's 33. The blitz is on. Robinson to throw. He's going to throw to Clinkscales, and it's knocked away by Romanowski. It's 4th and 7. Air Force has tied it up against Auburn. We might have that game. 50 yards for Fabre Bez. This will make it a 29-point game. The wind is at his back. This will be 50 yards. And it'll be the catch. Blocked! It's blocked. Romanowski's got it. Romanowski's going to get an opening. He goes upfield. Romanowski. It's down to the 40. Romanowski to the 30. Romanowski to the 20. Romanowski gets back at the 10. Bill Romanowski has just scored on a block field goal. Oh my goodness, when it's bad, it's horrible. And BC is just blowing out Tennessee. And we're going to have another game at halftime. Oh my goodness, a block kick for a touchdown. And so the extra point. It'll be up and it is good. (42-3). We're going to keep it here. The kick by Snow. The Pryor at the zone 9, and he'll get up to the 33. 2 minutes to go for Tennessee. 1st and 10, they give to Kenneth Cooper, and here he goes up to the 46. And a first down. Will they use a timeout? No. 23-6, Florida State just kicks a field goal. 1st and 10 from their 46. Robinson to throw, looking, and he's going to run it himself to the outside. Robinson, and he gains 12, and a first down.
Timeout, offense.
And a timeout for Tennessee. 42-3 BC. Georgia Tech, 21-16. That game is looking really good. Well, you got to stay for one half. We got to stay for a half. 1st and 10. And looking. And they're going to throw to William Howard. It is overthrown. 2nd down. You stay with your main game for a half, and then we'll probably be switching to the LSU when there's a fumble. And it is. BC's got it. Oh, do you expect anything different? And let's see what BC does. It's 42-3. Flutie. They draw it to Tyrone Taylor, and he gains 7.
Timeout,
And a
offense.
timeout for BC. They already put the nail in the coffin with that blocked field goal. Now they're trying to pile it on. 2nd and 3. Flutie to throw. He got a run. Flutie looking downfield, though. He goes to Strachan, and it'll be incomplete. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 3 from the 49. Flutie to throw. He's going to throw to Stratford. He completes it to Stratford. Stratford downfield. He gains 8. And a timeout for BC.
Timeout, offense.
BC 42, Tennessee 3. Florida State is coming back to Vanderbilt. That could be a great ending. This one will not be. 1st and 10 from the 43. They give it to Stratford. Stratford going to the outside. He has blockers ahead. Here's Stratford, and he gains 18 and a first down. And they're going to set up the spike, and they do spike the ball. And we got to see what it is. Georgia Tech now is up 28-16. Lots of good games. 24 seconds. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Remember, they spiked on 1st down. Flutie to throw. There's a flag. And I think they moved.
Offense.
BC 42, Tennessee 3. You're hearing that right. It has been all BC. 2nd and long, 2nd and 15 from the 30-yard line. They give it to Stratford. Stratford right up the middle. He gains 7. It'll be 3rd and 8. They spike it. Now they're going to try and kick a field goal. They want to give Kevin Snow a chance here. This will be 40 yards, and it's a coin flip from the 23 of Tennessee. It's into the wind. It'll be high. And will it make it? No, it won't. The only thing that's gone wrong for BC. And Tennessee will probably just take an knee, and they do. Halftime. Syracuse has just gone up 31-0, and Nebraska 6-3 over Oklahoma. It'll be halftime. We will be right back.
I like those tiny little tea leaves in Tetley.
Tiny little tea leaves in Tetley tea, specially made for tea bags.
When I want flavor in a teacup, it's Tetley.
Flavor in a teacup.
Please get me Tetley. It's my cup of tea.
Edwards, excellent job you did getting those tiny tea leaves for Tetley tea bags. But what's this ridiculous item on your expense account? Lotus blossoms from Miss Sita Dharmapella, 3 rupees. We don't send you out there for fun, you know.
But Mr. Dimes, as a Tetley tea taster, you do insist on only the tiniest tea leaves.
Right, Edwards, because tiny tea leaves give Tetley tea a richer, heartier flavor.
Yes.
I know they're hard to find, but that's no excuse to be fast and loose with the firm's money.
But Mr. Dimes...
No excuses,
But
Edwards.
Mr. Dimes, Sita did talk her father into selling us 50 chests of tiny tea leaves.
She did?
Yes.
Wonderful girl, Sita.
I like those tiny little tea leaves in Tetley tea.
Eskimo pie, Eskimo pie, Eskimo pie.
Chocolate-coated ice cream treat.
Eskimo pie, more fun than a flight to the sky.
Flavor that can't be beat.
So pure and good, a wholesome treat.
A treat.
For a party, a dessert, or a snack pie. Eskimo pie in the handy family pack.
Everybody knows them, everybody loves them. Eskimo Pie, the original chocolate-covered ice cream bar. So easy to eat, a delightful treat. Rich, frosty chocolate coating around creamy, smooth vanilla ice cream. That's Eskimo Pie, the nutritious, happy way to spark up dessert time, party, snack time, anytime. And now, Eskimo Pie is at your neighborhood store in handy family packs. Easy to keep in your refrigerator. Eskimo Pie, finest quality, finest flavor. You'll love them. Get Eskimo Pie at your favorite store today.
Buy Eskimo pie in the handy family pack.
Eskimo pie, Eskimo pie.
Let's listen to Rock Hudson.
Halftime show. First, our game. Doug Flutie, 8-13, 107, 2 touchdowns. Strachan, 10 rushes, 77 yards, 3 touchdowns. Incredible. 4 touchdowns total for Strachan. Flutie has 1. Darren Flutie has a reception for a touchdown. And Bill Romanowski has a blocked field goal for a touchdown. Tony Robinson, 6-14, 122, an interception. Jones, 10 attempts, 45 yards. McGee, 3 receptions, 104. 325 yards for BC. Now that'll come down because of the they're just going to run the football. But they have 218 yards rushing, double the number of first downs of Tennessee. So let's take a look at all the other games. Auburn and Air Force. Right now it is a low-scoring 7-7 game here in Air Force. It's very brisk. Auburn, not much passing at all. As a battle of 2-1 teams. It's going to be tough. Air Force has only thrown 1 pass, and that's it. You can see a lot of punts. They had a blocked punt, and that was big. So 7-7 there. Remember, Air Force is number 2. Arizona State up big on SMU. How about that? So King has thrown 4 times. The rushing, Dupart 33 yards, Atkins 48, King 10 yards. Van Raphorst has been unbelievably good. Halfback pass by Crawford went for 27 yards. And it is a big 21-7 Arizona State lead. They've had 4 possessions, three long touchdown drives, and a missed field goal. What is going on? Everything is just different. BC, Tennessee, what we saw. The drives, look at that for BC. Look at that, that's unbelievable. They went through everything else. Vanderbilt, Miracle Vanderbilt. Page is 286 yards throwing. That's incredible. Charlie Scott, 6 receptions, 143 yards. Thomas, 9 of 14, 139 for Florida State. 309 to 233. Vanderbilt has a 10-point lead over Florida State. It's been all passing for Vanderbilt. Georgia leads Texas. Dodge, 5 of 13, 60 yards. Wow. Offensively, nothing. But Texas has more in one half than they had in the last 2 games. They got 82. A low-scoring game there, but Georgia has a 7-0 lead. And look at the drives. Yeah, how about that? LSU and Georgia Tech. A big game. And Wickersham, not the greatest, but Dewberry is unbelievably good. And back and forth this game has gone. 277 to 187 in total yards. The turnover for LSU, and 3 straight touchdowns for Georgia Tech. They're adjusting well. 28 second quarter points. Nebraska 6, Oklahoma 3. Bradley hasn't completed a pass. Sundberg, 6 of 11, 87 yards. 182 to 54. Totally different than the very first game. The drives, 2 fumbles. 2 fumbles for Nebraska. And that is big for Nebraska. For Oklahoma, they have a field goal and a turnover on downs. 6-3 here. And Syracuse, 31 to nothing. Incredible. Hochberg, terrible. Norley, not that great. But Gaden and Covington looking really good. 198 to 95. 2 turnovers for Rutgers on the drives. Interception, touchdown, punt, touchdown, punt, field goal. You see the pattern? And then for Rutgers, nothing going there. Well, we got to find a game. And I think the game that we're going to go to Auburn and Air Force. That's going to be a heck of a game. We're going to monitor everything. Actually, no, let's go Georgia Tech LSU. LSU, number 5 ranked coming in. Georgia Tech finding their own, but you get the idea. LSU is going to come back. So we'll go there, and we'll be right back.
And Doris Day in a brief moment from their new picture, Pillow Talk.
Hello?
Miss Morrow, my name is Brad Allen.
Yes?
Miss Morrow, why are you so fascinated with my personal affairs?
I'm not fascinated, Mr. Allen. Revolted.
Yes, it's all about the personal affairs, the uninhibited affairs of a carefree bachelor and a beautiful career girl.
Beautiful, but careful.
And don't guess what happens. Come see what happens.
Pillow talk, another night I hear myself.
Rock Hudson and Doris Day, the perfect pair in every way for Pillow Talk.
Co-starring Tony Randall and Thelma Ritter in color and CinemaScope.
Pillow Talk.
It's what goes on when the lights go off.
LSU will kick off to Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech has just scored 3 touchdowns to end the half. And here we go. Collier at his own 2, and he goes up to the 16. It is, I'll tell you what, right now, it is a wind that is nasty. 16 mile an hour across the field. It'll be 1st and 10 for Georgia Tech. The snap, they give it to Levet, and he goes to the outside, Levet, and he gains 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. 2nd down and 6 for Georgia Tech, their own 20-yard line. They're up 28-16, and the penalty will negate the run that they had on the last play. Second and 11 from the 15-yard line. Dewberry to throw. He throws to Wisenhunt. He got it to the 25. Wisenhunt out of bounds, a yard short. 3rd down, Georgia Tech. They're a yard short. They're playing for the run. They give it to Levet. Levet, he gets 3 and a 1st down. Georgia Tech playing for their lives, really. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 28. They give it to Glanton. Glanton, he gets by 1 and he'll get 2. He could have been stopped in the backfield. It'll be 2nd down and 8. 2nd and 8 from the 30. Dewberry to throw. They draw it to Easley. Easley right up the middle and a 1st down. So a 1st down for Georgia Tech. A good drive here, 6th play of the drive, 1st and 10. They throw to Norton and it's broken up. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and 10 from the 38 for Georgia Tech. The all-out blitz, Dewberry to throw. They draw it to Lavelle and he gains 4. It'll be 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 6, Georgia Tech, their last 3 possessions, all touchdowns. 3rd and 6. Dewberry, the option, and he pitches to Levet. Levet going to the sideline, and he only gets 2. It'll be 4th and 4, and Mike Snow's going to have to kick. He's going to have to kick to Norman Jefferson, and he got on his own 20. There's a flag, and he gets 4 yards off to the side, and it'll be 1st down. There's a clip.
Receiving team.
And it's going to be on LSU. So it's going to be all the way back to the 10-yard line for LSU. Bill Arnsparger, the head coach. Wickersham was one of the best passers, and today he's had trouble. But it'll be 1st and 10 from his own 10-yard line. They give it to Gary James. James looks to the outside, and he loses 4. Pat Swilling with the stop. BC 49-3 against Tennessee. It'll be 2nd and 14. From the 6-yard line, they're going to throw. And they throw to Fontenot. Fontenot got it to 7. Fontenot. And he will go down to the sidelines here. Fontenot out at the 15. And a gain of 9. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 for LSU. From the 15-yard line. Wickersham. He's going to throw to Fontenot, and it's broken up. They're going to have to punt. So a huge stop for Georgia Tech, and Clay Parker will kick. High punt. Maudlin at his own 46. He gets 7 yards. And it'll be a 1st down from LSU's 47. So Georgia Tech trying to add on to this 28-16 lead. They'll have it 1st and 10 from LSU's 47. They give it to Levet. Levet, and he loses a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 from LSU's 48. Dewberry deep to Wise, and it's deflected and incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 11. 3rd down and 11 from the LSU 48. Dewberry to throw. He's looking. He's going to throw to Wisenhunt, and he got it complete to the 34 and down to the 33, a 1st down. And Georgia Tech moving down the field. LSU does not want a loss. They do not want a loss. It'll be 1st and 10, 28-16. They give it to Malcolm King, and he gets 6 on the outside. It'll be 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4, 28-16. From LSU's 27, the option, they pitch to Levet. Levet to the outside. Levet's got some room, and he gets 11 and a 1st down to the 16. Georgia Tech could go ahead 35-16. And then it would be big for LSU to try and do something. 1st and 10. From LSU 16, they give it to Glanton. Glanton gets a couple. It'll be 2nd and 8. So big for Georgia Tech, it'll be 2nd and 8. From LSU's 14-yard line. They faked easily. They throw to Harrington. And it's caught. Harrington. And he dropped it. And he dropped it. It was in his hands, and it was just dropped. 3rd and 8 from LSU's 14. Dewberry looking. He throws to Harrington again, and it is incomplete. It'll be 4th and 8. David Bell, a 31-yard attempt. It's 28-16. The first kick, it'll be up, and it is good. And Georgia Tech has a 31-16 lead. SMU has cut the lead down to 21-10 in Arizona State. Auburn in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the Air Force 11. Southern Methodist has cut it to 21-10. BC blowing out Tennessee. Florida State driving against Vanderbilt, who had a 20-0 lead. Georgia leads Texas 7-0. And Nebraska 6-3 on Oklahoma, and Syracuse 31-0 against Rutgers. Bell will kick to James and Jefferson. And it goes out of bounds, and they got to kick again.
The kickoff went out of bounds. Kicking team.
So now they're going to kick it again. And it goes out of bounds again at the 16.
The kickoff went out of bounds.
They can't keep this kick in bounds. Let's see if LSU can get it downfield. Deep. And Martin at his own 9. Full speed. He's up to the 29. All right, a good return. They wish it was more because of the penalties. But they're down by 15. It'll be 1st and 10 for LSU. At thrown 29, they give it to Gary James. And he gets 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. 31-16. 2nd and 7. Wickersham. And they're going to throw to Ratchin. And it is tipped by Ratchin. And incomplete 3rd down. There's a flag. Let's see what it is.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they're going to call Georgia Tech on pass interference. So It'll be a first down.
First down.
First and 10 from the 36. They're going to throw to Fontenot. And knocked down. It'll be second and 10. Second and 10 for LSU, under 7 minutes here in the third.
Flag on the play.
There's another flag.
False start.
And a lot of flags. You know, last week LSU ended up beating Vanderbilt, but there was, in all honesty, Vanderbilt felt they could have won that game, but they made too many really bad mistakes. But it'll be second and 15. They give it to Gary James. James to the right side, only a yard. It'll be third and 14. Third and 14 for LSU. Down 31-16. They throw to Fontenot. Intercepted by Harrison and out of bounds. Georgia Tech can start to put this away. Auburn has a 14-7 lead. 31-16. Georgia Tech. First and 10 from the LSU 46. The play fake, they're going to go to Wilkins. Intercepted by Chapman, they get it back, and there's a flag. Let's see what it is.
Pass interference. Defense.
Defensive pass interference. It ignores that interception, and Georgia Tech will keep the ball. Oh, my. Oh, what a big break. Oh, what a huge break. It'll be first and 10 from LSU's 37. Dewberry on the option, and he gains 4. It'll be second and 6. Second and 6 from the LSU 33.
Flag on the play.
There's another flag. There are flags everywhere. They're going to option, and Dewberry's going to keep the ball. He gains 3. Let's see what it is.
Offsides. Defense.
And they're going to take the offsides. Second and 1 from the LSU 28.
Flag on the play.
There's another flag.
Encroachment. Defense.
And that's going to be on LSU and a first down for Georgia Tech. That's 10 yards. That is
First down.
25 yards in penalties. It'll be first and 10 from the LSU 23. They give it to Easley. And he goes to the outside, gains 4. It'll be second and 6. Auburn, a big lead, and Florida State. We might go to that game. That is a huge comeback for them. They're trying to save their season. Second and 6 from the LSU 19. They give it to Passanella. Passanella around to the outside. He heads upfield. Passanella, and he gains 9 and a first down. So first and 10 for Georgia Tech. Up 31-16 from the LSU 10-yard line. Levette, the pitch on the option play, and he's only going to get a couple. Wilson with the stop. It'll be second and goal at the 8. Second and goal at the 8-yard line. They hand it off to Levette. Levette to the outside, goes through the corner, and he gains 1. It'll be third and 7. BC 56-3, and Syracuse 38-0. Unbelievable. Third and goal from the LSU 7. They throw to Wisenhunt. Intercepted in the end zone. It's intercepted in the end zone. And that is the third interception for LSU in the end zone in the last 2 games. Oh, that was huge. Oh my goodness, we were thinking Georgia Tech would seal the game, but it'll be first and 10 from their own 20. For LSU, Wickersham giving it to James, and he gains 4 yards. It'll be second and 6. They got to start moving the ball. They don't want to have to play for a tie. Second and 6. And Wickersham to throw. He's going to throw to Fontenot. Fontenot at the 30. Here comes Fontenot. Fumbles the football to 31. And it is. LSU's got it.
First down.
And a first down for LSU. 1st and 10 from their own 31. The snap, Wickersham. He's looking plenty of time. He can throw whenever he wants. And he's got to move away. He throws deep to Martin. And it is thrown away, second down. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 31. They're going to throw again. They're going to throw to Andrews. Andrews at the 37. And out of bounds. They gain 7. It'll be 3rd and 3. 3rd down and 3 for LSU from their own 38. They hand it off to Sam Martin. Martin to the outside. Martin to the 40. Here comes Martin past midfield. Martin down to the 40. And he's hauled down by Cleve Pounds. And a gain of 23 and a first down. So Georgia Tech 31, LSU 16. 1st and 10. Wickersham, they give it to Hilliard. And he gains 8. 2nd down and 2. Boston College 63 to 3. Oh my goodness. So it'll be 2nd and 2.
Flag on the play.
And there's a flag. They give to Hilliard. Hilliard will be brought down. They gain 3, a first down. What's the flag?
Offsides. Defense.
They'll take the offsides in the first down. And the yardage.
First down.
LSU doing their second half surge after interceptions in the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 from Georgia Tech's 26. They give it to Gary James. James, and he loses 1. It'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd down and 11 from the Georgia Tech 27. They throw to Eric Martin. Martin at the 18-yard line. Here comes Martin, and that's going to be a gain of 16 and a first down, and that'll be the end of the quarter. The end of 3 quarters. It's Georgia Tech 31, LSU 16, and LSU is driving.
When it's time to take time out for some refreshment, choose the coolest drink that's ever come to town. Dr. Pepper is the friendly pepper upper, and it never, never, ever lets you down. When the party needs a friendly pepper upper, Dr. Pepper is the drink to pass around. Dr. Pepper is the friendly pepper upper, and it never, never, ever lets you down. Gather round and have a frosty Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is the coolest drink in town. Dr. Pepper is the friendly pepper upper, and it never, never, ever lets you down.
Regular or king size?
Rusty, man.
Well, the score here is 31 to 16. Dewberry 11 and 17, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception in the end zone. That was big. Wickersham is starting to light it up. He's 10 and 19, 152. And right now, as you can see, Georgia Tech has all the yardage, but LSU's starting to bring it now. The drives, punt, field goal, interception. Been 3-0 in that quarter. Taking a look at the other scores. Auburn up on Air Force 21-7. In the fourth quarter, SMU, they're about to get upset by Arizona State. Tennessee is getting beat 63-3. 63-3. That's unbelievable. That is absolutely unbelievable. Vanderbilt trying to hold on. Florida State about to come all the way back and at least tie the game. Oh, that would be crushing for Vanderbilt. Georgia 7-0 against Texas. Nebraska 6-3 against Oklahoma. but they're driving, and Syracuse wants to score again. Fourth quarter, LSU right now. Hey, HC0023, good to see you. HC0023, really good to see you. We're in the fourth quarter, and right now, this is big. So HC0023, really good to see you. First down for LSU from the Georgia Tech 11. They give to Gary James. James near the sideline, and he gains 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Syracuse is up 45-0. I did not see that coming. 2nd and 8 from the Georgia Tech 9. Wickersham, they give to Hilliard. Hilliard around to the side. Hilliard, and he gets 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Florida State now has a lead against Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt had a 20-0 lead, and now Florida State with the lead. 3rd down and 5. They can get a first down on the 1-yard line of Georgia Tech. They throw to Glenn Holt, and it is tipped away, and 4th and 5. They're going to go for it. It's 4th and 5 on the Georgia Tech 6-yard line. The 12th play of the drive. Probably going to be the final one. They're going for it. Let's see what happens. They're going to throw. They're going to draw it to Hilliard. Hilliard, there's a flag, and he loses 4. And let's see what the flag is.
Offense.
And it's against LSU, so they're going to decline it, and Georgia Tech will take over. This would be a huge win for Georgia Tech. A really big win if they could keep this lead. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 10. The snap, Dewberry, they give it to Levette. Levette to the outside. Levette gets 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Kurt Page is leading Vanderbilt right down the field again. It'll be 2nd and 4 from their own 16 for Georgia Tech. They pitch to Collier. Collier hit, and he gets 8 yards, a first down. SMU has cut it to 3. This is crunch time now. 1st and 10 from the 24. Dewberry, they give it to Levette, and he gets 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. Georgia Tech going down the field. Chunk by chunk, the blitz is on. They give it to Levette again, and it is a yard loss. 63-6 now. Maybe a comeback by Tennessee. 3rd and 4 from their own 30 for Georgia Tech. They're all coming for LSU. They throw to Levette, and it's batted down, and LSU will get it back. Mike Snow will kick to Norman Jefferson. LSU does not need to rush anything. High and deep, and down at their own 11-yard line, 59 yards. Well, I'll tell you what, it is 31-16. Enjoy this quick 30-second break. HC0023, great to see ya.
Starring Anne Bancroft, Dustin Hoffman, and Catherine Ross. The Graduate. A Josephine Levine presentation, produced by Lawrence Turner from Embassy Pictures in color.
Auburn is going to win that game against Air Force. They're just trying to pile it on. Well, I don't know. Don't want to speak yet. Arizona State and SMU territory. That's a big game for them. If they lose, they're done. They can't even afford a tie. SMU needs anything. They can't afford a loss. SMU won't be out, but next week it'll be crazy. BC 63-6. That is not going to hold. Vanderbilt, what I mean by that is next week. Vanderbilt just came right down the field. They're down by 4, and against Florida State, that's a big game. Georgia 7-0 here. LSU, they have it on their own 11-yard line. Nebraska 6-3 against Oklahoma, and Syracuse 45-0 against Rutgers. What a week. What a week. It'll be 1st and 10 for LSU. At their own 11-yard line, they give it to Hilliard. Hilliard to his right hand, to his right side, and they got 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. Wow, they're still throwing the ball. They are still throwing the ball. It'll be 2nd and 1. They give it to Batiste, and Batiste will get 4 and a first down for LSU. LSU has to score. They really do. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 24. Wickersham under pressure. He's looking. He's deep to Fontenot, and it is complete at the 41 and a first down. Oh, that is huge. And what a play there down to the 37. So they really get, that really helped them with time. With time, they're under 10 minutes to go. They're on Georgia Tech's 37. Wickersham to throw. They throw to Mitch Andrews. And it is tipped away, 2nd down. Florida State is now ahead, 34-26. 80-yard pass from Earl Thomas. That game is insane. 2nd and 10 from Georgia Tech's 37. They throw to Andrews. Andrews at the 31. He makes the catch. And it'll be 3rd and 5. Again, an LSU chance. If LSU kicked that last field goal, it'll be 31-19. 3rd and 5 from Georgia Tech's 32. 4 down territory. They throw to Fontenot. He got at the 21. Fontenot. And the first down, though. They needed 5, and he ended up with 9. And here comes Vanderbilt. Wow, that game is really good. This one might become really good. 1st and 10 at Georgia Tech's 23. They're going to throw. And they draw it to James. He gets 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Boston College 70-6. 70. And Syracuse 52-0. Oh my goodness. 2nd and 7 from Georgia Tech's 20. There's a flag.
False start.
And it's going to be a false start on LSU. 70-6. That's what a number 1 team does. 2nd down and 12 from the Georgia Tech 25. And here they go, Wickersham to throw. They're going to hand it on Batista. They draw it to him. He gets 4. It'll be 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 from the Georgia Tech 21. Wickersham to throw. They draw it to Hilliard. And Hilliard, and he gets 8. And a first down. He needed 8. He got 8. It is 4 down territory. 7.5 to go in the game. 1st and 10 for LSU. They throw to Andrews. Incomplete, 2nd down. LSU undefeated. And they're down by 15 here. 2nd and 10. Georgia Tech's 13. They're going to throw. Wickersham. No, they draw it to Hilliard. Hilliard to the right side, a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4. 3rd and 4, LSU. 12th play of the drive. They're going to throw to McGee. McGee broken up. It's 4th down. What are they going to do? They're going to go for it. 31-16, 7 minutes to go. 4th and 4 from Georgia Tech, 7. Ricochet to throw. They throw to Batiste. Got it at the 6. Batiste. He gains 5 and a first down. And it keeps on going. Reggie Dupard gets his 100 yards rushing. They're trying to avoid embarrassment at Arizona State. Arizona State will be eliminated with a loss. At the time, we just don't know. First and goal from the 2-yard line. 3 tight ends. They give to Hilliard. And he goes in and bounces to the outside. He gains a yard. It'll be second and goal. They got to make sure they score on these early downs. The time is going away. 2nd and 1 for the 1. They snap. They give it to James. And he's in. Touchdown. Now 1 or 2. You go 1 or 2. A win and LSU is guaranteed in. They're going to go for 2. And they're going to know what they need. If they make this or miss this, they don't need, well, if they make this, they don't need an onside kick. If they miss this, it depends what Georgia Tech does. So 31-22, they're going to go for it. Here it is, let's see. They'll be down by 9, 2 scores if they don't get it. They're going to run it to James. He goes to the outside, and he gets in. It's 31-24. LSU clinches a playoff spot with a win. With a win, they will clinch a playoff spot. They'll be 4-0. They don't clinch the group. They clinch the playoff spot. And you want number 1 because you never want to play a first-place team when they're hot. So it's 31-24, and now they're going to kick. And Collier at his own 4. He goes to the side. He gets up to the 23. 6:13 to go here in the 4th quarter. It's Georgia Tech 31, LSU 24. SMU might take the lead against Arizona State. They're down 21-18 on the ball on the Arizona State's 13-yard line. Air Force is on the Auburn 24. They're trying to score. They're down 21-7. Florida State has got the ball back from Vanderbilt. With 6 minutes to go, they lead by 8. Georgia 7-0 against Texas. Nebraska 6, Oklahoma 3. And Syracuse 52-0 over Rutgers. LSU just scored. They got the 2-point conversion. And here it is. First down and 10 for Georgia Tech. 6:13 to go. They're going. Dewberry will keep it on the option, and he loses a yard. He was hit hard. But it'll be second down. Second down and 11, SMU. Atkins, an 8-yard run. Arizona State is done if they lose. Florida State, an 8-point lead. Jesse Esther, 6 catches. It'll be second down and 11 from their own 22. For Georgia Tech, there's a flag.
False start.
And a false start on Georgia
Offense.
Tech, not looking good. LSU with all the momentum. Second and 16. They go to the outside, the option, Dewberry's gonna keep it to the 20, to the 30, over the 40, here comes Dewberry over midfield, and down by Guidry, and a gain of 38 and a first down. And Dewberry will go back, he was hit hard, but that was huge.
First down.
They are in LSU territory, and LSU cannot give up any points at all. So this will be big, 5 minutes to go. First down and 10 from the LSU 45. They give it to Levette. Levette, he loses a yard, it'll be second and 11. 31-24. Incredible HC 0023, good to see you. Yes, I would say second and 10 is. I really, really like second and 10. It's very immersive and it's good. I like pro strategy football, but they got to tinker around with the AI a little bit. It'll be second and 11 from LSU's 46. They give to Malcolm King. He goes in right up the middle to the 40. Down to the 30-yard line, Malcolm King. And out of bounds at the 22. A first down. Oh, this could be it. First and 10 from the 22. From LSU's 22. The snap, they give to Passanella. And he gets nothing. It'll be second down. Air Force scores are pulling closer. It'll be second and 10 from LSU's 22. The snap, they give it to Easley. And Easley will get up to the middle. He goes to his right and gets 7 yards. It'll be third down. 70-12. Tennessee scores. And Nebraska, 6-3 there. Third and 3 from the LSU 15. Dewberry, he's going to run it himself, and he gets 6 on the outside, and it's a first down. First and goal, Florida State. Closing that one out, Rutgers. They just got a touchdown there. But it'll be first down and goal. Looks like Georgia Tech looking good here. Dewberry, they pitch to Levette, and he gains only 1. It'll be second down. Second and goal from the 8. LSU. And there's a timeout. If it's a 10-point lead, it's too much, really. It'll be second and goal from the LSU 8. They give to Glanton. Glanton loses a yard and a timeout for LSU. Steve Strachan, 100 yards. Third and goal from the 9. They give to Levette. Levette gets by 1, gets 3. And fourth down, they're going to call timeout. Well, here it is. David Bell to clinch it for Georgia Tech. And here it is, David Bell to clinch it for Georgia Tech. 1 for 1. It'll be up, and it is good, and Georgia Tech has a 34-14 lead. And it might be too much for LSU. Taking a look, Oklahoma. We're going to take a look at that game. 2:01 to go. Texas has tied Georgia. So let's go to Nebraska. This could be serious. It is 6-3 Nebraska, 2:01 to go. If Oklahoma scores, they'll have a lead. If they score a touchdown. Big favorites coming in, Nebraska. Here comes Oklahoma. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Nebraska 14. 2:01 to go. And they get to Steve Sewell. Sewell out of bounds at the 11. And he gets 3. It'll be 3rd and 7. 1:52 to go. 3rd down and 7. From the Nebraska 11, they can get a 1st down. Bradley gonna throw. He's looking, nobody's open, he's looking, he throws to Shepard. And it is, he got it! Shepard, and he's down, how long? And it'll be 4th and 1. And here's Tim Lasher. They're not gonna go for it. They're gonna kick the field goal. Tim Lasher. 1:31 to go. 22 yards. This will tie it up. It is up and it is good. And Nebraska and Oklahoma are tied 6-6. And there it is. There are the other scores. Auburn looks like they're going to win against Air Force. SMU looks like they're going to win against Arizona State. BC 70 on Tennessee. Vanderbilt, they're going to need a miracle. Georgia and Texas are tied at 7. And LSU is going to need a miracle there. Nebraska and Oklahoma tied here. Syracuse up big 52-7. So Lasher will kick off to DeBose and Keith Jones. DeBose at the 11, he goes up to the 34. 1:18 to go, Nebraska. They will love to clinch a playoff spot here. 1st and 10. The snap, they give it to Rathman. And Rathman, he gets 8. And it'll be 2nd and 2, a timeout, Nebraska. They want to win this game. They don't want to tie it. 2nd and 2 from their own 42. Sundberg, the option, he pitches to DeBose. DeBose gets 8, the 1st down.
Timeout, offense.
And a timeout for Nebraska. Under a minute at midfield. 1st and 10, Nebraska. And Sundberg to throw. He draws it to Rathman. Rathman down for a gain of 5. They got to call it again. Down to the Oklahoma 45. 49 seconds. 2nd and 5 from the Oklahoma 45. 49 seconds. Sundberg's going to throw. He's in trouble. He's looking. He's going to throw to Schnitzler. And Schnitzler and can't get it. It'll be 3rd and 5. No timeouts, Nebraska. 3rd and 5 from the Oklahoma 45. They're going to throw. Sundberg under pressure. He's got to get away. He looks. He throws to Todd Frayne. And it is incomplete. And they're just going to concede this. 4th and 5. They're going to punt. And don't let Oklahoma get the win. And Derek Shepard will haul it in at the 7. Oklahoma wants to win. They want to win. If they can get the win, they'll be 2-2. 1st and 10 from the 7. They give to Steve Sewell. Sewell up the middle, he gains 5. Timeout. No, that's it. They just want to play for the tie. They just want to play for the tie. Nebraska is 3-0-1. Oklahoma is 1-2-1. And you can see Oklahoma, they're happy to get the tie. Sundberg better. DeBose is good. Sewell. And they get the tie. Looking in, a lot of Auburn Florida State, other all over Texas. They're going to have it first and goal, 21 seconds to go. Texas could beat Georgia again. I don't know how. I really don't know how. They're one of the worst teams I've ever seen. First and goal. Georgia has 2 timeouts, 7-7. They give to Kevin Nelson. Nelson around the side. He scores in Texas. A 13-7 lead. Unbelievable. And Texas will go ahead. Wow. Look at that. Georgia not doing anything in the fourth quarter. And Texas is. While Texas has exploded now. Ward the extra point. It is up and good. Both Texas's wins will go against Georgia. So now they got to kick off. 14-7. Ward will kick to Lane and Jackson. Lane at his own 7. Lane. He gets some space. Here's Lane. Lane, and he gets up at 28 yards. They got 1 play left. They got to throw a Hail Mary. And here it is. They got to throw it all the way deep. Osborne broken up, and that's the game. Sanford Stadium. 14-7. Texas wins. And we're going to go to our post-game show. We'll be back in a second. Wow, yeah, that's Georgia is there. HC0023. I'll be right back in a second. We'll be back for the post-game show.
He's General Patton, and the ladies love him. Listen. Judith Christ of NBC TV and New York Magazine says, Patton is magnificent. George C. Scott gives one of the great performances of all time. I recommend Patton to you without reservation. Wanda Hale of the New York Daily News calls Patton magnificent, a living monument. See this picture raves Dorothy Manners of King Features, or miss one of the great ones of all time. Liz Smith of Cosmopolitan adds, you may never have another entertainment experience like Patton. This is what the ladies are saying about Patton, the motion picture the New York Times called the epic American war movie that Hollywood has always wanted to make, but never had the guts to do before. Patton from 20th Century Fox, rated GP, all ages, parental guidance.
So the post-game show, we'll go over all the games, the stats, the statistics, and the playoff scenarios. First, Auburn and Air Force. Auburn stops Air Force at the very end. End of the game, Auburn just held it for the last 4 minutes and 4 seconds of the game. 21-14, the final here. Auburn, a big win at Air Force. Air Force was ranked number 2 coming in. SMU beats Arizona State and eliminates them. So Arizona State is eliminated. Sorry about this. King with 3 of 9 for 38 yards and a touchdown. As you can see, it was 21-7 Arizona State, and then SMU scored the rest of the way. Dupart at 137 yards rushing. He's been over 100 every game. Van Raphorst played very well, but in the second half, it was all SMU. How about this? 70-12. 70-12. Doug Flutie, 20-27, 237, 5 touchdowns. Strachan, 104 yards. Stratford, 84 yards rushing. It was incredible. They just blew them out. Look at this. 70-12. They got actually outscored 9-7 in the fourth. They had 534 yards of offense. The drives, all those touchdowns, they did punt 3 times. They were running right up the middle basically at times. 70-12. Doug Flutie, that's incredible. They even had a backup quarterback for a touchdown. Vanderbilt, again, had a really good start. Miracle Vanderbilt, 20-3 after the first quarter. They were up 20-0, and they were up 23-3. Page, 25 of 39, 356, 2 touchdowns. But then a 21-3 fourth quarter. It was the 80-yard pass from Earl Thomas was the killer. Down up 27-26. Florida State extended their lead on that, and then they just added a little bit extra. So Vanderbilt has some work to do. You know, they got a little bit of miracle with the first 2 wins. Now they're on a 2-game losing streak. Texas is 2-0 versus Georgia. Texas is 0-2 versus everyone else. They win 14-7. They won 14-13 in the first game. They ended up having a huge fourth quarter. There were just first 3 quarters were awful. They started to pick it up, an interception, punt. But then Georgia quit moving the football. And Texas a 14-7 win there. Georgia Tech beat LSU to pull LSU down a game. Dewberry, a great job throwing the ball and also running. Georgia Tech had 455 yards total offense. And as you can see, the drives, they did what they needed to do in the fourth quarter. LSU got a touchdown to get close, and then Georgia Tech, 11 plays, 71 yards to close out the game, and that is it. 28 points in the second quarter. Oklahoma and Nebraska, 6-6 tie was a game that Nebraska dominated the stats. Oklahoma only 8 first downs. Nebraska, they fumble. They lost it on downs, interception. Well, Oklahoma just straight out punted and maybe lost a little bit on downs, but nothing very big sticks out. And Lasher ties the game 6-6. It was 4th and 1. They could have gone for the win, but we'll have to see how that comes out. And Syracuse just blasts Rutgers. Norley 8 of 16, 44 yards. Kometz 5 of 10 for 106. But Covington and Gayden both had 106 yards and 3 touchdowns. You can see it was just 300 yards rushing. And they just blew them out, 52-7. You can see that Rutgers scored at the end, but Syracuse ended up killing them. So let's just take a look at the standings right here. BC and SMU. The winner in Division I, the winner of next week's game at SMU, will go to the playoffs. They will clinch. They will be 4-1, and the loser will be 3-2. Now, Tennessee plays Arizona State. Now, I don't want to say they don't clinch, but they're in a very good spot because everybody can go 4-2, and Arizona State can go 0-6, and there'd be a lot of craziness. But BC reversed against Tennessee 70-12. So they got the net points, what they needed. And that was big. SMU came back against Arizona State. Arizona State is eliminated because even if they won their last 2 games, they couldn't finish second. LSU is now 3-1. Vanderbilt and Georgia Tech next week. That is a gigantic game. Vanderbilt and Georgia Tech. Vanderbilt has a win against Georgia Tech. So if they win next week, then they will hold the tiebreaker against Georgia Tech head-to-head. Head-to-head, that would be it. Florida State is 1-3. They're staying alive today, but they have LSU next week. Now, if they beat LSU next week, it'll be LSU would be 3-2, and Florida State would be 2-3, and it would be crazy for Division II. For Division III, Nebraska 3-2-1. They can still be out of the playoffs, but Texas and Oklahoma do have to play. Texas beat Georgia. Texas is one of the worst teams I've ever seen, and they're 2-2. Nebraska is 3-0-1. Oklahoma tied today. Nebraska still has to play Georgia and Texas. You never know. Nebraska looking very good, Division III, but the rest of that is a mess, really. Texas is going to have to get something against Oklahoma or Georgia from somewhere. Division IV, Auburn is 3-1. Now, Air Force and Rutgers are 2-2 and 2-2. Syracuse is 1-3. I believe Rutgers would play at Auburn and Syracuse at Air Force. I don't know. I got to check it out. But Syracuse is still in it. They're still in it. The only team that is not in it is Arizona State. The summary: Eric Thomas, the offensive MVP. Bill Romanowski, defensive MVP. He had a blocked field goal for a touchdown. 300-yard passers: Kurt Page, 356. Eric Thomas, 313. 100-yard rushers: Jones, Dupard, DuBose, Gayden, Covington, and Strachan. The schedule for week number 5. Syracuse and Auburn. Syracuse at Auburn. A big game. Syracuse, I believe they're done if they don't win. They got to win the game. Now, if they win and Auburn goes 3-2, then Rutgers and Air Force becomes a very big game. That's crazy. LSU and Florida State, that becomes a big game because if Florida State can beat LSU, that's huge. Georgia and Oklahoma. Georgia is 1-3. They're 0-2 against Texas and 1-1 against everyone else. Oklahoma is 1-2-1. They tied Nebraska. Air Force is 2-2. Rutgers is 2-2. That's going to be a great game. BC and SMU. That will be an incredibly good game. That game's going to have a lot riding on it. The winner will be 4-1. The worst they can do is 4-2. So that means if Tennessee and Arizona State tie, the winner of BC or Arizona State wins, the winner of BC and SMU will clinch. If Arizona State wins, Arizona State's eliminated, and they're playing a Tennessee team that just lost 70-12. Nebraska against Texas. Nebraska, heavy favorite. Texas, how in the world did they win 2 games? And Georgia Tech versus Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt at home against Georgia Tech. And if Vanderbilt can win and go 3-2, if Vanderbilt wins and if Vanderbilt wins and Florida State wins, then the game itself will be for the group championship in the 6th day and moving on to the playoffs. If LSU wins and Vanderbilt wins, then that means that the game Vanderbilt would have to win and then look to the plus-minus to see what it is, because then net points would determine the group champion. So it's a lot of games going on. Next week will be crazy, a lot of scenarios. You just never know. Look at today. That was crazy. Syracuse had 52. That's incredible. Well, very quickly, we did the standings. We go to the leaders, the stats. Offense, BC, again above 500. Defense, Nebraska number 1, still number 1. Texas, then Oklahoma, then Georgia. Auburn, Syracuse, Rutgers, Air Force. 1 through 4 and 5 through 8. Players passing a little bit different. Van Raphorst, okay rating. Doug Flutie is just shooting up the ranks. Incredible. 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Today, that team was incredible. Kurt Page, looking okay, but it's going to be big next week. Rushing, Dupard for SMU, 582, Dalton Hilliard. And that's going to be very big next week. And, of course, receiving, Chuck Scott, doing very well. That's going to be it for us today. Check out the website and everything HC0023. Really good to see you. Very good to see you. This is going to be next Saturday. Next Saturday here in Thailand. Next Friday night, East Coast time. It'll be week number 5. And that one should be classic. Have a great day, and I'll see you next week.